So the only way to stop it is to stop the cycle.
Yep.
So
Yeah, there's a switch when you open the door that's probably not engaging. Open the door back up again. Look for a little recessed area that,
in the door?
well, on in the frame of the door.
I think on this one it might be the top right on the top edge. Oh no, actually I think I see.
Of the door or of the body of the?
Well, of the body. It's probably on the body of the
Oh,
dryer.
okay.
There's probably a little
Oh, this
recessed
thing.
area.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
That's
So that
switch.
one probably broken.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just flopping.
Yep, that's the problem. So a lot of times these dryers, you see that seam right above there?
I'm gonna send a video that I found that explains exactly how to do this.
Oh, okay.
And it actually walks through the process of how to get that off.
Okay. So this usually lifts up or something?
Yeah. I think Pat, I think the dryer lint screen that's toward the back there might need to be disassembled first, and I'm gonna send a video, Molly, that a link to a video that kind of shows how that's done.
Okay.
But what Pat said, I think, is right. That basically you'll pry that kind of top panel off. It'll hinge up, and then that'll allow you to get to the switch back there. And it's probably a matter of buying the right switch to replace that.
Okay.
And you might be able to figure that out if we had your model number. We might be able to look that up.
Oh, sure. I'll give it to you.
You definitely want to do though is that switch that might be 120 volts. So definitely unplug the dryer.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And it may not be a broken switch. It may just have come loose from its
absolutely. Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Case of that.
Okay.
And there's a number of stores or places around town that sell appliance parts, and they could probably tell you right off the top of their head exactly what's going on. Give the make and model. What are the name of them? There's one in. Where do you live?
I live in Marina and St. Croix, but I work in Minneapolis.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of appliance, a day appliance, I think. There's one not too far from me, but you go there and they know everything about all this stuff because that's what they do. They sell the parts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 99% sure that switch is either broken or just knocked loose.
I would assume it would click or something when I play with it, but it's not doing anything. Okay. Okay.
The trick now is getting to it though.
Yeah.
But be careful because you could get shocked. But generally, if you put a screwdriver between those two seams, it'll just pop. There's little clips that probably hold it down, and then it probably lifts up.
The door
and you can probably see right down into where that switch.
Door is closed.
Oh, sorry. The YouTube video started playing.
The door switch isn't.
Okay. So I can just pry open the top.
Probably.
They show in this video. They show that you have to take out some screws on that lint screen area.
Oh,
first.
okay.
But if and this is I found this is for Magtag specifically, so I assume it.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like that might be the way to go.
Okay.
Do you have like a Phillips screwdriver and?
Yeah. Should I just watch the video?
I think that would be helpful. Yeah.
Is there more than one video that you found, Ethan?
No, it's just the one. It's from Sears, which is defunct now, but they just they walk right through it. They take out the lint screen, take off a couple screws that attach that top panel to the lint duct area. And then you pry up the cabinet top, and you can unplug the switch and replace that as well.
Okay. Would it be possible to Kristen, I think you're the host. Could you do screen share and we could just watch the video now?
Yeah, we've got the time as long as you guys don't mind.
I have it up right now. I can just share my screen.
There you go.
Cool.
Well, if the video's from a good source, then you can believe it. If it's somebody put together, then you watch 4 or 5 of them and see which ones. Like I just replaced the battery on my watch, and the first one I looked at had it taken extra stuff apart. And one of them, the guy didn't know what he was doing, and he broke it in the process. But after watching 5 videos on how to replace the battery in my watch, I just took the best advice from.
Yeah, I think that's finding a good YouTube video is a skill. I work in a wood shop where I teach students how to use wood shop tools, and they're always seeing cool YouTube videos about the wood lathe, especially, they love, but none of those videos talk about safety at all. So yeah, I've tried to find better videos for them. Okay, what does this mean?
Yes,
Gloves?
this is what they're just. This is basically what
Okay.
Pat described, which is
Doing it.
unplug it, take out the lint screen.
That makes sense. This is very similar to my dryer, actually.
Okay.
Let me, if you're gonna follow along, I can kind of go to step by step
Yeah, we
here.
can just like pause it, I guess, and I can do the thing. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unplug it.
Yep, it's unplugged.
Yeah.
Looks like there's a ground wire just like sticking up out of the outlet.
What do
This
you
is
mean?
weird. I really have to unscrew this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay.
I think the point is that duct would hold it back otherwise.
Yeah. It's
Oh.
probably attached to the lid, which is probably going to lift up.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably never think to do this part. Also, one struggle with moving is finding our tools. They're kind of scattered all over, but found the basic toolbox.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
And then the next step they show is prying up that lid, like Pat mentioned.
Prying tool.
Even just a flathead screwdriver would probably do it.
Screwdriver, yeah. Okay. Ooh, okay.
And then right where that switch was, you should see a wire leading to it, and a way to basically a spot where you disconnect that switch from the wire.
Okay, I'm gonna try to scoot it forward
Sure,
a little bit. Okay. So, well, let's see. Okay. So I can just unplug that.
Well, does it look like the switch is attached, or does it look like it's loose?
Let's see.
Because if it's come loose from its mount, there may not be anything wrong with the switch. It's just not.
Yeah.
It feels like it. I actually don't know how it's in there.
Does it feel like the body of the switch is wiggling in its slot at all, or is it kind of securely in there?
No, it seems secure.
And is the place where the wire connects secure as well?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see the picture, what you do to
Sure.
disconnect. My electrical
see it
skills
well?
are not.
Yeah, let me try to get it playing video.
Yeah, now once you take that switch, disconnect that switch, the dryer probably won't work at all.
Oh, okay.
Be my guess. I
Okay.
can't say that for sure, but
Okay.
like an interlock. So you know, if it's a bad switch, you're gonna have to go get a new one before you go any further, basically.
Okay. I might need a flashlight just to see how it's mounted in there.
Yeah, I think I agree with what you're saying, Pat. I don't think it wouldn't work, but if there's a chance that it wouldn't, it might be good to, now that you know how to get to it, go and get the new switch before you move any further.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Or if you unplug it and it doesn't work, then we know for sure that it didn't work. If it does, you're probably in the same boat you are where it won't shut off.
Okay.
But my guess is it wouldn't turn on at all, because essentially you're taking the switch out of the circuit and just like closing the switch,
Okay.
opening it actually.
But it looks like it has 3 wires going to it, so it's not just a simple
Yeah.
switch. I'm not totally sure on that though.
Yeah.
The 3 wires might be for a proximity switch instead of a toggle switch, but
True. Yeah, this may not be a mechanical. You're right. It might be a proximity sensor rather than
this one I think that she has is mechanical, but I just mean that
Okay.
they make it a 3-wire cable so that they can use it.
Sure.
And that this one, I don't think it would cause the dryer not to work if you disconnected it. But
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Just to get.
Could that be a ground? It looks like that thing might be green, one of
It's-
those wires.
yeah, I suppose. But what I'm seeing is, I was gonna say what I see is that there are only 2 wires actually go to the switch, but that's not true. 3 do.
not sure how to get the switch part off that's attached to the dryer. I don't see any screws or anything.
Let me see what the next. Oh, okay. The screws are on the outside
Oh. Oh!
by the little flapper,
Gotcha.
and then it looks like the whole thing pulls out.
Let the video go forward a little bit. I want to see what's next.
Sure, yeah. It's just everything in reverse.
Doesn't show close up what the switch looks like. I suspect it's just a micro switch with a little arm on the end of it.
Yep. They show, you can see just a little bit as they're doing the wire as they're undoing the screw on the outside. Let's see if I can find it.
When she gets it out, she can show us.
Yep.
Okay, so just gotta push. There's like a little tab that holds them together. I gotta push on with my screwdriver.
Yeah, the cable, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna scoot it forward so the lid can stay up. Without, oh, I guess that's all I can do with the vent. Okay. Hopefully I don't get crushed here. So,
You pull it out further, you can push it back over the center of gravity there. Otherwise, you run the risk of it whacking you on the head.
yeah.
I think she said that
I'll keep my
preventing
hand
her,
out of the way. So this thing, the lighting, of course, down here is very bad.
Yeah, you probably have to put a screwdriver to push in the little tab that's probably locking it in place.
Okay, there's like little tabs on both sides.
Yeah. That's,
Okay, but I should just be able to get it
the
out.
way they show it, it looks like there's just a loop that kind of goes
Oh yeah.
up
Wait.
around a
Oh yeah.
ramp on the other one.
I think the blade of my screwdriver is kind of wide, so it's making it a little tricky. Let's see what else I have.
yeah, you want those tabs there so this doesn't shake loose.
Okay, yeah, I suppose if it's vibrating, let me see if I have a narrow. I have a nail set. Maybe I'll try that. Okay. This is about the point where I would get frustrated and then take a break. So
You're doing great,
part of what's
Molly.
good about having people here is I feel accountable.
Yeah.
Gotta follow through and not just give up on this. Because this
I agree,
seems
you're
like,
doing great.
this
You're
seems
still
like super basic, but I don't know why. Okay, pushing
still
on
miles
the
ahead of
tab.
most people. So.
Yeah, I think part of it is they don't have a small enough screwdriver, and this nail set thing is a little big. But how hard can I pull on this? I feel like I'm hesitant to pull on the wires.
Yeah, you don't want to damage the wires. The switch itself doesn't matter because that's going to be replaced anyway.
Right.
And the plastic, the white plastic of the connector is sturdy if you pull right there, but I would avoid pulling from the wires themselves.
Let me check here. I have a few more tools if I have something better. Doesn't look like it. Okay. No. Okay. Oh, I have a new plan. Okay. Where did I put this? I just try. Okay, I'm just having a hard time figuring out which plastic part I could break and it would be okay. Like which part is on the switch and which part is not. I think I've got it. maybe. Okay, woo! Success. So now it's just looking up this part.
Well, yeah, I think I could just Google appliance repair parts.
Okay,
I can, something near your area.
Right.
Okay.
Or you might be able to buy it online if you can figure out the exact part number or the model number of your dryer.
okay, yeah, there's a lot of numbers on here. PN, does that mean part number?
Yep.
Yeah,
Probably.
all you need to do is find a local place and go down there. They'll probably have it in stock. If you order online, you got to wait a couple days.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
This
the part
is
number
something-
just so we can
Oh
see?
yeah, part number 3406107.
Something to keep in mind too, when you push your dryer back, you might have separated the vent
Oh
Pipe.
yeah.
from the dryer because
Okay.
those are just compression fitted on. So you want to be
Okay.
sure that that's snug back on.
Okay, yeah, good point.
It looks like it's available, and like Pat said, that there's plenty of appliance repair places around that would have it, but I'm seeing one on
Okay.
Amazon for $8.25.
Okay, nice. That's awesome. I mean, it's like a 10-year-old dryer, which to me is pretty new.
Well, click that little lever on there, see what it feels like.
This,
Yeah.
it's just loose.
Okay. Yeah.
It must be that the actual switch inside is
Okay.
broken.
Yeah. You should be hearing feel like a little click as the switch opens.
Yeah. Okay. Dryer door switch. Oh, okay. Never noticed it before. A crucial part. of
All I did was look up that.
the part.
All I did was
number.
look up that part number that you said.
Okay. Yeah, well, now that I'm in a new area, maybe I'll see just what my local appliance store would be, probably in Stillwater, but otherwise I can just order it. And now I know how to do the process in reverse.
Yeah. If you
So
run down to the
easy.
local store, they're open today. You'd be up and running.
Oh my gosh, then I could have clothes to wear. I mean, I have an air drying rack, but it's not very convenient. Okay, well, thank you so much. This was super fun. Are there other people doing repairs
There
now?
are,
Is
actually.
it okay if I just like hang out and watch?
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Molly.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I've been working with my mom, Michelle W, to see. Looks like she's still kind of working on getting her stuff up. Mom, can you hear us? You'll have to unmute yourself. All right. We're going to move on then. Christine,
Yes, hello, good morning.
good morning. Look at you on a beach.
It's as close as I'm gonna get.
All right, Christine, you have the 2 Keurigs, right?
Well, I just have one here because I thought, well, maybe I'll learn on the one and then I'll just do, because I didn't know how many folks you'd have. So I just have one here ready to go. And then I thought maybe then what I learned, I'll be able to do with the other one.
All right.
I don't know how to flip a screen here, you guys, so that you can see that instead of me. Just move my camera is all I know. But then I need to get rid of my virtual.
You probably need to get rid of that background.
Yeah. Do you need to see it right now?
Yeah, it's helpful to see it.
If you wanted to, yeah, it's helpful to see. If you want to describe the issue too, that'd be helpful.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I have to go way into my settings, I think, to get rid of the virtual. It's not like WebEx, you can change your virtual right on the, this is different.
Yeah, it should be in the video,
Okay.
where you would mute. There's also a video menu.
See it now? Yay, I do see that. Yes, thank you. I didn't know it was that easy with Zoom too. It's been a long time since I used it. I'm a teacher. So we started out with Zoom, but then we switched. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, because we had too many drop-ins, if you know what I mean. So WebEx is a little more secure. Okay, so here's this little unit. And what I noticed was happening is that I'd plug it in, right? And it acted like it was coming on, right? Because that little button lit up, right? Your on-off button here. And, I would put in now I'm going to need to go grab one. So I can go grab some and get some water. I didn't even think to do that. Anyway, I would put one in and have water in, and I just wouldn't do anything from there. Just did not respond at all. Nothing. Even though.
Doesn't brew, doesn't pump the water through, nothing like that.
Exactly. Right. And the other one, quite honestly, was responding the very same way. Same exact thing. I thought, wow, what is this? Is this a universal Keurig like default?
Mm-hmm.
But if you want, I could go ahead and get it, and you could see then what I'm talking about more clearly. And maybe you can help somebody else till I get the water and
Did you try the same cup in both of these? The same little Keurig insert or whatever you want to call it?
I did get a couple of different ones, to be honest, because I thought, well, and I even tried, you can get those kind of purple colored, I don't know what they're called either, cups, I guess they're called, that you can put whatever kind of coffee you want to brew inside of. And so even with that versus the ones that they make for in them, it didn't matter. But here, I'll go get a couple of them. And if you can help somebody till I get this set up, I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Then I'll be back as quick as I can. Okay. Does that sound
No
like
problem.
All right.
That's just fine.
All right.
How many Keurigs have you guys worked on? At the
I
clinics?
haven't on any.
Oh, really? I've
I
heard
haven't
that
been around
they-
as long as some of these guys, though.
Yeah. Joe, have you seen a few Keurigs come through the clinics? Is he frozen?
It might be.
He's pondering.
Just to get our minds going, I did find one article about Keurigs not heating the
I don't season
water.
those too much.
And it sounds like with this other issue, it dispenses the water, but it's just not hot. So if it doesn't dispense at all, I doubt it's the same issue. But just
Well,
one thing
shouldn't
that
that
you might look at.
screen show something more than the green indicator on it?
I have no idea. I've never used a Keurig.
Yeah, that's where we'll find out when she gets back.
Yeah. Right. That would be interesting to know whether it thinks it's working, but it's not, or if it is deciding not to work.
What are the most common items that you see? Is it lamps and toasters and that kind of
Lamps,
thing?
you bet.
Lamps.
Lamps are common. They're easy to fix too. That's the
Yeah.
nice thing about it. A lot of vacuum cleaners and the like too.
Oh, okay.
Clocks.
Surprised some vacuum
clock.
cleaners and they didn't know they had to remove or clean out the filter and empty the bag.
Oh, that's
They
an
didn't know
easy
that
fix.
was necessary.
I love when the fixes just open it up
Yeah.
and clean it and put it back together. I have a clock that
So
is broken right now. It has, you can
Uh-huh.
adjust the time setting, which is so dumb. Like there's a little knob to adjust the, I don't know.
Well, mechanical clocks
Yeah.
are all like that.
Okay, so weird.
But it just doesn't run.
Yeah, it doesn't run at all.
Well, go grab it while we're sitting here.
Okay, yeah, I can go get it.
Might as well.
You know what, you guys? I think that I have left all of my cups at school.
The,
Can't
When you
get
put
my-
When you put a cup in, do you expect to see something else on that screen besides the green?
Well, you normally, it would respond when you would. Wow, now it doesn't.
So there's something in there that has to sense that there's a cup in there and that's not doing it. It's what it sounds like. Kind of like our dryer here a minute ago. You open that back up again and see if you see anything in there that looks like it gets pushed down or activated when you put a cup in there.
Okay,
It has, somehow it has to know there's a cup in there.
I see what you're saying.
And if
Yeah,
it doesn't know that there's a cup in there, it probably isn't going to do anything.
and it makes me want, maybe that just is as it gets kind of clogged up with use, right? Like that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it's looking for in there, but
Right,
see if
right,
you
right.
see anything that looks like it gets switched or pressed down or,
Yeah. There is a little, I guess I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. Maybe a pin would be the best way to describe it. It's probably also, I'm sure it is also what pokes a hole in the bottom of those cups, right? So the water can go through as it brews whatever is in the cup.
Yeah, I think it pokes from the top and the bottom, right? So it can flow through.
It must do top and
oh,
bottom.
does it get poked when you
Like-
put, the thing in there?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't have any of my cups here. I can't even tell you.
Well, when you
When
when
I
you
did
first-
one at school, when I was, it did poke holes in them. Yes, it did. So
Okay.
that was happening. The holes were there. But I see now it doesn't want to even close down. So that's, wow, what's that? That's new.
Yeah, I suspect it's just not seeing the cup for whatever reason.
That makes sense to me. So maybe I just need to monkey with this little unit right here, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, see if there's something you can remove, and there you go. Look
Yeah,
around there and see if anything looks like it's dirty or gunked up or
yeah, it is.
clogged.
I would clean that for sure. Yeah,
It looks like it's made to be removed and cleaned.
I see. So maybe if I just do that, right? And that's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see now. Right, if I put a little flashlight on there or not. It just looks like maybe that's it. Maybe it just needs to be cleaned out. Okay.
There's another video that I'm seeing online that shows the needle that pierces it on the top
Yes, that's
can
it.
get clogged sometimes as well.
Okay.
And the guy in this video shows how he cleans that out. It's a matter of taking a couple screws off of the top and
Or the top up here in the top. do you mean?
right, there's two
Okay.
screws in that area. I would
I
would
just-
say maybe try to do that later so we don't get too in the woods with this unless we have a lot of time.
Got it. No, you know what? I'll do this. In fact, you guys, I'll just try it. And then if it doesn't work, I don't mean to keep you on this topic if you've got other people.
But take a look at maybe copy over the link that I sent in the chat here
Well, thank
to
you.
somewhere else, and that you can reference that video as to how to clean that needle.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Thank you.
But I mean, if we don't have anybody else and we have time, I'm willing to sit through if you want to try to do it right now. But I'll let Kirsten say whether we have that time or not.
Yeah, we could try checking in with my mom. She was just kind of figuring out her audio. And then if her audio is still having problems, then we can just continue working with Christine.
Okay. Well,
Wanna
I'll
get
turn
you in?
my camera off because I'm going to go run and clean this thing. at the
Okay.
same- Okay. And then.
Sure.
Sounds great. All right, Michelle W. Can you unmute yourself?
Was she trying to get in with a phone too? Because I saw that
Yep.
pop up.
Yeah, that's her.
Says the phone is muted. How do you? That seems odd.
I know. She said before she was in the meeting, but
It's not showing
there we
me.
go.
I can hear.
Hi, Mom.
Okay. Hi, I can't see you now. Now I have to switch back to the link. Just a minute.
It's all right.
Okay. Are you still there?
We're still here.
Okay. More share video. I decided not to try and do this morning with my flat iron.
Okay.
So that was interesting watching her coffee maker,
hmm
what you guys were doing.
And there was a dryer repair right before.
Yeah, I was starting to watch that. I saw her heave the top up and I was going,
Mhm.
wow. Oh,
Are you able
pretty
to get,
interesting.
yeah, are you able to get your video going, Mom? Or are you just not going to do it today?
Now I can see you on and off, but I can't see anything else.
Oh, here, I wonder. Here. I just sent you a request to start your video. Can you click on that?
Yeah.
This is all new stuff.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I think I'm in.
Okay, hang on. Let me just spotlight your video. All right. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
We have a bunch of really good fixers here. Did you want to show us your flat iron?
Well, I kind of just gave up because it's been stressful, connected. But here I am trying to figure out how to. Here, I'll show you the flat iron.
Okay.
Um,
So what's wrong with it?
Well, when I plug it in, I hit the reset button and nothing happens. It doesn't turn on.
It's just not heating up.
Right. It's not heating up.
Can you
Nothing goes on.
can you pick it up and hold it in front of the camera? What, is
Okay.
your camera built into your computer, or what is it?
She has her phone.
Oh, all right. Now, you said reset button. Can you show us what you're talking about there?
That's where the plug is for the
Can you show us that?
for the wall.
Can you show us that, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's like that's a circuit breaker essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you have to push that button a lot?
I usually have to push it every time I plug it in.
Really?
Hmm.
Yeah, that kind of indicates there's something wrong with it, because that's a safety thing, not a on-off switch.
Right.
At least I think it is.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the same thing as a GFCI.
Yeah. So that kind of indicates that you're having to push that button so much, it's probably worn out now.
I would to piggyback. I would say that indicates that there might be an issue with the wiring inside the iron.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's a safety issue. That's what that switch is there for. So, unless I really can't think of any other issue it might be. Okay, one question I have, Michelle, is there any other sort of on-off switch on it, or is it the type where it just heats up as soon as you start plugging in, or is it the type where it heats when you press it together?
It heats. Oh, I have an on-off switch and a temperature control dial on the curling iron.
Okay.
Have you had it since it was new?
Yes, I bought it.
Okay. When it was new, did you have to push that red button on the plug?
I did sometimes. Yeah.
Even when you first bought it?
Oh.
What's that?
Probably not. I don't clearly remember that. It's probably 5 years old.
Yeah, I think something has failed inside there, and that red button is just the safety. And I suspect when you first got it, you never had to push that button, because if there's a separate on-off switch and temperature control, that's all it should. That's all it's intended for you to have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I'll ask here is, if you look at the entire length of the wire, does it have any fraying or kind of like what might feel like a broken bit of the wire?
Hold on, I'll check it. I don't think so. It feels still really good, but let me check.
Yeah, it's probably something in the heating element. There might be a thermal fuse in there that's
I would agree. Yeah. And without being able to poke at it, get it open and poke at it with a multimeter, I'm not sure we'd be able to troubleshoot it.
Yeah, I agree. I would say hang on to it until we can do an in-person clinic and bring it in.
Okay.
Same thing.
I fixed a lot of things. There's a little thermal fuse in there, and I forget which guy it is. He's got a whole box of them that he brings with him. I said, oh geez, here's the problem. This thing's bad. And one of the other guys there, do you have anything like this? He pulls out a whole box of them. Oh, okay, well,
Yep.
something I would have had on hand, but
Okay, I can wait.
I cut out for a
Thank
bit there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
We've got a whole set at the county now because I was encouraged by Howard to buy them. We've got a whole bunch of thermal fuses.
cool.
Great.
Yeah, so it
But
still
once
might
we-
be repairable, but just not remotely like this.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions, Mom? Any other questions?
No,
All right. Well, thanks for signing on. You can stay on and listen in if you want to.
yeah, are there more people?
I think we were going to check back in with Christine with her Keurig.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to watch for a while.
All right.
All right, thanks you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I've taken a toothbrush. That was a trick my mom taught me many years ago to keep old toothbrushes for cleaning tools. And
Yeah.
actually, they come in handy. I'm not gonna lie. She always had little things. You know, you live through a depression and you learn stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Does this machine have just like a hot water only mode?
To the best of my knowledge, yes. It was one that retired left it. It's like, oh yeah, you can have it. You go ahead. And I'm like, oh wow, great, right? Because and then I got it and like, oh well, no wonder she said I could have it. But anyways, but no. So then I messaged her. I'm like, well, it's not really working. Yeah, it was kind of on and off. So that was what gave me a little bit of hope, is because she said it did work sometimes and didn't other times. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe it's something that can be fixed. That's why I responded. I got so excited when I saw that you had Fix It clinics.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm looking up here, where you said there might be a couple of screws, and I do see that, but I don't exactly see how to get to it without moving this piece of plastic right here.
Yeah, let me look at the video that I shared and see if
I haven't looked at. I haven't opened that up yet.
No, I can look at it. I've got it open.
Okay.
I
do see them though. I wonder if it's that. I don't know. Because you know what else is weird is how when that piece that I took out and cleaned now was out, it closed easily. And now that I've put it back in, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it's still just not setting up the way it's supposed to.
Another thing that they're suggesting in this video is just a paper clip, sticking that up into that needle to try to break free any debris that might be in there.
Like gunk that's piled up.
Right.
Is that needle hollow? Does it look like water comes out of it?
I think that's the one that does it. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe.
But it might
Just saying.
be. It might be hiding in there for safety.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how these things work, so it's.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen that's showing the video that I'm talking about, and I think it's a bit different machine, but I would assume they have some of the same.
Oh yeah, it's just like a syringe. It's
Right.
The thing and pumps water in.
Academic needle, yeah. Well, like I.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder. I don't know what size. So I got the two different sizes here, depending.
Do you see that needle, or is it hidden in there?
I do definitely see the needle, and yeah.
Is it hollow? Can you put
There is a yes. It's you know what I mean. There is a spot. You can see that's where the water comes from. It's just like, how am I going to get in there?
Be somewhat careful. I don't know what's in the other end of it. I mean, it might be like a hose or something. You don't want to puncture any hoses or anything.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. You mean
There is actually, Pat. You're about to see in this video that I'm sharing. There's a hose that goes to that needle.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you don't want to punch a hole in that.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
But I think that needle's fairly long, Pat. I think it might be
okay,
at least an inch long.
Yeah. and I'm
Yeah, if
using.
that got clogged up, that would be a problem.
Right. That's what this guy's showing actually in this video. You can see toward the end, you'll see he's got just a little pellet that was stuck in there.
Well, and it kind of makes sense that that would definitely interfere with the flow of the water, but I feel like it's something else because of how it just doesn't even want to set up.
And that's why I'm thinking it's not sensing that the cup is present.
I see.
Yeah. It's totally possible.
And then because that might have to do with why this isn't really wanting to close without, and then notice when I do close it, the top is not flush with this, where it should be just, I would think, it's kind of goosey-loosey. Do you know what I mean? Do you see that?
Yeah, there might be a piece broken or something.
Maybe it's been, I mean, because it was definitely used with groups of, students and stuff. And so it might have just very, like you say, just gotten broken just from maybe just.
Yeah, there's a latch that's not hooking on like it's supposed to.
Not really, not like it's supposed to is right. There's.
I have another question. Are the symptoms from the other machine that you have that's also not working the exact same or a little different?
Gosh, it's been so long since I've tried them. I do just know that they were both just not responding. I don't remember the other one having this kind of issue though.
Okay.
So this, it seems different.
Okay. Well, it's probably worth trying the troubleshooting that we've done so far on the other machine too.
Okay, got it. Will do. Because I do know that the other one definitely was working. So it makes sense that it might just be something like that where it needs to be cleaned possibly with that one. Whereas this one, okay guys, thank you so much. Yeah, this helps. Because I am always afraid I'm going to break something. So I'm always afraid to get in there and go after it too much. But at this point,
if it doesn't work anyway, then
right, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, what harm is there, right? Oh, and I noticed this piece came out too. So that was kind of like, oh, so I cleaned that too.
Anything that's removable is probably tended to be cleaned.
Yep.
And then it seemed stable, and then it closed more easily, of course. But still. Oh, my son is here. Hola. So,
Christine, did you want to go grab your other Keurig or not today?
It's at school.
Okay.
They painted our classroom because we're not in the building, so they took advantage of the opportunity to do all this work that's been needing to be done. Like I had wallpaper that was stapled up on the walls. It was beyond time for it to be done. And so I'm so excited. It actually looks really good. But they moved all of my stuff from my classroom and storage and everything else, out into the hall. And then of course, some of it's been moved back in. And it's like I went in to try to grab it and I couldn't even find it. So I was like, well, I got this one at home here. We can start with this one. And maybe I'll, like I was saying, be able to figure out what to do with the other one. But I do think maybe the cleaning alone will be the more likely fix for the other one, whereas this one, yeah, I think there's other stuff going on. And I didn't see that this one worked at all, whereas I know the other one did.
Yep. Okay.
So otherwise, you know what? I don't know if you guys care if I email you with questions. Do you care?
That's totally fine.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Now I have, is it Kirsten?
Yep, that's me.
Kirsten? Okay. I have your email for sure. And then if you feel like it's a question you can answer, great. If you feel like it's one you want to forward, whatever works for you guys. I mean, I would like to pursue this because, these are fairly expensive machines.
Yeah.
And I thought, definitely, come in handy. The other one was one that was also a gift. And that's why it's like, I know that one was working.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one was just, left. But okay, I'll let you guys. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
You too. And let us know how the other one goes. If you clean it and if it starts working, let us know that.
You mean like in an email you to let you know?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, thanks for doing what you guys do. Such an awesome thing. So you maybe can keep some stuff out of the landfill. So I'm impressed.
Our pleasure.
Keep it up.
Thank you, Christine. Have a good day.
two little notches on either side. There's nothing that locks it in place. So that's always been kind of an issue, but I've been okay with it being adjustable this way just because it's so cool. But the clock part itself has not been working. I replaced the battery just to try that first. I can see that, a battery or something exploded in there and it's all rusty and corroded and gross. So I'm wondering if it's worth trying to just replace this whole thing, or if I should just try to like clean the battery contacts or something. I don't know how easy it is to find something that would replace, like, fit in the spot, because it seems like it has to.
I think they're fairly modular. I think you can find just that whole module that you have there.
Okay.
As long as you can figure out the diameter of the stem that goes through to the front.
Okay.
And I've seen these a lot at even craft stores.
Yeah.
You might be able to just bring that into the craft store, see if you can find one that looks the same in terms of that stem that goes through. And
Okay, so just about this thing being the right diameter.
Yeah,
Should I bring in?
And then there might be.
Because there's, I don't know how interchangeable these things are, or if.
Yeah, like you said, if you go to a craft store, you're going to find clock mechanisms. They're everywhere. You just need to find one that can be mounted back into your clock.
Okay.
And like you said, has a stem long enough to get out through the front. It may not, your existing hands may not work, but it probably comes with hands.
Okay. These are still
stylish,
though. I don't know.
But I think the hands might be a pretty standard size pad.
Yeah, they might be. Yeah.
Okay.
But then the other part about that face is not locking down. Go back over to that.
Yeah.
Can you lift it up?
Oh yeah, I have it all taken.
Well, there you go. Then just epoxy it back into place. Just get some 2-part epoxy at a hardware store and glue it back on.
Oh,
the other thing is, I think there might be, when you get that module, there sometimes there's a nut that tightens onto the front.
That hole looks kind of big.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I think it does have this nut tightens onto the front and has threads and attaches to the clock module. So I guess if it were tighter, it would probably keep it.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't glue the face back in until you found a clock module.
Yep.
So you can line the numbers up.
Okay.
If you back down in the wrong place, and the clock isn't going to be right. So find a clock module that you can get to screw back in there. Okay. And then, let it run. Set it for 12 o'clock, and put the 12 up on top. And
yep.
Okay.
It'll just be a battery that runs that as well. There'll be a little dial allow you to turn the hands.
Yep.
Okay.
But that mechanism you had, that looks like a really old style mechanism.
Yeah, it's much bigger than I'm used to seeing. Yeah.
Most of the ones that I've seen at hobby stores are run on a AA battery.
Right.
And be quite a bit smaller, but shouldn't make any difference.
Okay, that's good. So if they're usually smaller, then there'll be plenty of room in the clock for.
Yeah, that looks like a fairly old clock. So
looks like an original retro.
It is, yeah.
Hold that old module up again.
It's got a C battery.
Yeah, that's unusual to have a battery that big. But
yeah,
if the battery leaked at one time and those terminals where the ends of the battery touch are corroded, it's not going to work. So take the battery out once and look at the terminal ends there. Are those clean, or are they all full of crud?
They're all green and crusty.
Yeah, it might be worth getting some steel wool and just trying to clean them.
Right.
Okay.
Sandpaper.
Sandpaper, same thing.
Yeah, I can try that.
And sometimes, though, when the batteries leak like that, they corrode other wires and things, and then they just simply don't work anymore. But if you can get most of the crud off of there and you get nice shiny metal surface underneath there, that mechanism might continue to work.
Okay.
And if it does, put it back in.
Yep.
And make sure you know what time is where, and then glue that plate or epoxy that plate back in place.
Okay. Yeah, this was made in Germany, so that makes me always assume it's very good.
Yeah, probably made in Germany in 1965, though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's helpful.
And I would say if you can't find that size at the hobby store, take a look online too.
Okay. Are there any
Sure,
good
it's out there.
clock resources online that you know of, or just Amazon?
You
Okay.
probably find hundreds, but I'd go to like Michael's or Joanne
agree.
Fabrics or what's the other one? What's the other one you see around here? Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
They'll all have that stuff.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks. I'm lucky I have just so much broken stuff lying around. I can.
We all do.
Thank you.